Hey, it's Lowry Smith of the Commander Smiths here with Magic the Gathering opening. Ordered these cards from Card Kingdom with my credit that I send in every once in a while. That's kind of the only way that I buy from Card Kingdom at this point. It's a good way to get rid of kind of extra cards that I can't trade and or sell. I mean, I'm sure I could sell some of these cards, but whatever. So yeah, a lot of newer cards here. Going to finish off retro foils. Let's get into it, eh? And so I think a lot of people are excited for Thunder Junction. It's a pretty cool set, and there are definitely some cards that I wanted from it. There was sometimes they're like, "Hey, we can't fulfill this card that you want," and it's always the one you really want, right? So I saw a couple of things crossed off and then added it back in. So hopefully I get it. But foil grindstone. This is a reprint, but I wanted a foil version of this. It's pretty sweet. That's a good looking card. And then these are the two that they said they weren't going to have, and those were the two I really wanted. But Fomori Vault is a really cool card. I'm excited to get this. I need Adam to make some proxies for me, but foil one, pretty happy with that. Rumbleweed's pretty cool card, just another version of Overrun. So I picked up a couple of those just because they're cheap. I want to say it was under $1. We ride at dawn. Legendary creatures you can cast have convoke. I have a legendary deck and I have a convoke deck, and so I only bought one of these. What's wrong with me? I should have got a second one. I got that blood crypt old or retro foil. These are gorgeous cards. I'm super happy about that. Um, I'll have to check that out more, but that's a little ding, probably. A little dingy. I don't know. All right, Overgrown Tomb. Yep, that's gorgeous too. And Stomping Ground. Yep. I don't know what it is, but old border foils look so damn good. All right, Manic Scribe, which is just kind of a mill piece I wanted to make sure I had. Confounding Riddle. This is for my Riku deck. I ended up finding one, but it is what it is. Behemoth of Vault Zero. Energy Foil for Dr. Madison Lee deck. Helios, same thing. Energy foil, energy foil. And there isn't energy stuff coming, and I'm just going to assume that it's not going to be reprinted right away. Idolized is pretty cool. It's just kind of like a little bit of an exalted thing. Infesting Rad Roach. I like that guy. The foil rads kind of got expensive. So Junktown foil. I have this in my Dr. Madison Lee deck too. Mechanized production. This was like a $6-7 card before this reprint, but getting some foil versions of it's not a bad idea. Screeching Scorch Beast. Yep, just foil rads. Janjeet Sentry. Just trying to get some of the energy cards, making sure I don't get locked out of it or paying too much for that. But it is what it is. Another foil vault or necropolis. The solid Brotherhood Scribe. Again, energy, foil. Let's see how that goes. Elevre of the Wild Court. Whenever it ETBs or attacks, create a virtuous roll token attached to another target creature you control. If you control another roll token, put that onto the, and then 1/1 for each enchantment you control. This is going to be great in enchantment decks. That's kind of why it was unique as well for the rolls. I don't think there were others with this kind of roll. Um, Combat damage to a player. Also, drawing cards. So this card seems really good. I'm surprised it wasn't more. It was under like $1 or less. Blightwing Bandit. Flying Death Touch. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, look at the top card of that player's library, then exile it face down. You may play that card for as long as it remains exiled, a mana of any type. So this is hopefully going into Gonti. This is perfect in there. Consulate Turret, another energy card I didn't really have, although I was around during Kaladesh block. I did not. I kind of bought singles rather than a bunch of stuff, so I didn't have some energy stuff. Glowing one foil, rad counters for life. Synth Eradicator. I have this one in my Dr. Madison lead deck, and Surge foil is going to look pretty. Vampire token, good looking card. All right, last bit here. Should say Commander Smiths is a podcast that records every Monday. We also have a swag store on Shopify. Look up commandersmiths.com and you can check out, we have Yeti cups or whatever they're called. We t-shirts, we have playmats, stuff like that. Yeah, let's just flip that around. All right, Alms Collector foil. This is a cool card, making sure that nobody gets to draw more than how many cards. Good little gotcha card for white. Sword of Wealth and Power foil. Bits bit spendier than I wanted, but again, these big scorecards are pretty rare, so I wanted to make sure I snatch that up quicker than I normally do. Heavenly Blade Master foil. It's a cool equipment slash aura card. Scourge of the Throne foil. Those are real cheap right now too. This was like a $15 card for a long time. So after that reprint, I'm going to make sure I get a pimp version of it. Xantia. This was one of my favorite decks. I really enjoyed it, but I'll take a foil version of it. Balin Wandering Knight Etch foil. Cool card. Just an upgrade on it. Terror of Tawashi. Just a reanimation piece. Jacuzzi kind of mentioned it. I was like, oh, that's a cool card. I haven't seen it. So I gave it an order. Forensic Gadgeteer is such a good card. It doesn't even have to be like reducing equipment costs and your food and or clue costs and creates its own clues. It's doing work. So I really like it. Wanted a couple more of them. On the trail, whenever you draw your second card each turn, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tap. I always like ramp. Also, Tezzeret Betrayer of Flesh, reducing costs by 2 is pretty good, and then everything else involved is pretty awesome. Whoop. Unexplained Absence is just a nice little removal spell. Yeah, that's it. Double down. Whenever you cast an outlaw spell, copy that spell. I think it's probably more important, like just doubling things like that. This was, I want to say, $4, so that's pretty sweet. I dig it. Flippleted picked up a couple of foils. I like the card. Being able to move through your deck a bit quicker is nice. Free Stride Lookout, also like that card quite a bit. Foil. Just getting land into play is dope. I've picked up as many of these as I've kind of almost seen in non-foil, but Garrod Mirror of Wilds foil, but doubling tokens is pretty sweet. Great Train Heist. Also, I'm really high on this card. This is going to be going into my Riku deck, but maybe not this one. My wet deck. Spilled water on it. Insatiable Avarice. Drawn cards, tutor, not a bad deal. Doing pretty good. Lava Spur Boots, couple of foils of that. Wanted to make sure that deck's looking good. Magda, the Horde Master, is all about turning treasures into dragons, and I'm okay with that. So, have 1 or 2 decks that could take that. Smuggler's Surprise, one of those protection spells, going to be going into Riku. Bought some foil swamps just to make sure I had them. It looks like a bunch of those Detention Sphere foil of the new reprint. I like foils. I like pretty new ones. So that Electro Dominance, I picked up a couple of those in foil. Fell of the Mighty. This is a great card for Feather. So pick that up in foil. Imp's Mischief. Just wanted a foil version of it. Real cheap too. Again, used to be a $10 card. Nice little black protection piece. Pariah. I like those redirects, so I'll take that. Pest Infestation, and also one of those cards that I really, really like. Only version of foil that there's available. One of these will go into Magus Lucia Kane, doubling that stuff up. Primal Command, I did buy for Riku, but didn't make the cut. So, womp. Villainous Wealth will be in Gonti. So there's that. Bloodthirsty Adversary. This was a $6-7 card. Is a lot cheaper now, so I wanted to just pick it up. Vain Witch Coven. It's a sweet card. Just wanted a couple more copies. And then Gonti and Olivia. Those are some good looking foils. I like those as the face cards there. But Gonti, plan on building that probably next week now that I have the card. But spells you cast but don't own cost 1 less to cast. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, look at the top card and exile it, and you can play it forever and ever. Amen. Olivia, Opulent Outlaw. It's sacrificing creatures, putting counters on your creatures. Cool stuff. Hey, hopefully you enjoyed. Give it a share, like, subscribe. Hopefully you have a good weekend. Bye.